Welcome back to our some classes. So today we are talking about some basic concepts in the mathematics. So most of the students they stuck in that problem. So how to add the you know uh, numbers if the signs are different. So to resolve this problem, we are talking about some basic rules regarding to the addition of integers. So first of all, we will see some examples. Okay, what is the actually law or what is the rule? And accordingly we will start towards the next point. So let's see addition. So while we are adding any integer or while we are adding any number, so we have to think about signs also, and according to the sign we have to make an operation in that case. Suppose the first condition is like that, both are pos means pos positive and eg means negative. Just keep in mind. So if all the positive numbers are there, so first also positive, second also positive. So your answer is always positive. So we have to keep in mind all the terms are positive, then answer is positive. Similarly, all the terms are negative, then your answer is also negative. Okay? P plus P is equal to P, N plus N is equal to N. So similarly, take example, this is plus 4 plus 8. Okay, so if you added this, then we get a plus 12. Similarly, negative, negative, you get a answer is also negative. So take example, minus 6 is a negative term, minus 3 is also second negative term, and we are adding this equation. So obviously we know that. So minus minus, okay, which is in both the terms. So your answer is also minus. So take a minus common. So you're right, like minus common, then add remaining terms. So your answer is minus 9. So in this case, keep in mind if a same signs are there, then operation is we have to add the terms. Even in the case of negative negative, so take a sign common and add these two numbers. So in this case, minus is a common sign and 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. So likewise, we have to solve this. Similarly, if the signs are different, take example, one number is positive, another one number is negative. So what we have to keep in mind, if a different signs are there, okay, so different signs are there, then we have to subtract these two numbers. Though the operation is addition, so we have to subtract these two numbers and use a sign of larger number. So we have to keep in mind always we have to use the sign of larger number. Take example, so 12 minus 7, 12 plus of minus 7. If you want to simplify like this, then also just to make sure this is a bracket and we are solving this bracket. So as per the previous case, what I say, if the signs are different, then take a subtraction. Okay, so subtraction means what? So we have to subtract this 12 and 7. So 12 minus 7. What is answer? 5. And we have to give the sign of bigger term. If you observe, this is bigger as compared to the 7. So you have to write a sign of a positive one. So your answer is plus 5. So likewise, we have to solve the question. Take example similarly, 10 and minus 14. So here, let's consider this is negative number, this is positive number. Okay, and we have to operate this, means we have to subtract sorry, we have to add this number. So first one which is a positive, second one which is a negative, and we have to add these two numbers. So definitely, as per the previous case, what we have to do, simply subtract these two numbers, means what? 10 minus 14. So likewise, we have to subtract this 10 minus 14, but 10, no, we unable to subtract 10 from 14. So likewise, what we have to do? We have to take a simply subtraction of these two numbers. Just take example, 14 is a bigger, so subtract 10 from 14. So your answer is 4. And similarly, put a sign of bigger. So here 14 is a bigger term, so write a sign minus 4. Clear? So likewise, we have to solve. Similarly, there are various types of examples that we are solving in the next page. So likewise, we have to solve some example which has a one is positive number and another one which is negative number. Similarly, let's consider this is a one number is negative, another one number is positive. Same process that we have to apply over here, and always keep in mind if our signs are different, then take a subtraction of these numbers and give or put a sign of a larger value or larger number. So here simply just minus 13 plus 16. Though we are adding these two numbers, see the signs are different, so simply take a subtraction. 16 minus 13. So your answer is 3. And what is our main logic? Use a sign of bigger number. Use a sign of bigger number. And here the 16 plus 16 is your bigger term. So write down here plus 3. So plus 3 is the correct answer. Just like this one, solve second question which is a minus 9 and plus 7. So let's see, 9 is a bigger term and 7 which is a smaller term. So what we have to do, as per the previous one, take a simply subtraction. 9 minus 7. Okay, 9 minus 7, your answer is 2. Now look into that, which has or which number is the bigger one. See, 9 or the 9 is a bigger term as compared to the 7. So use the sign of 9. So write down here your answer is minus 2. So likewise we have to follow this table to solve the examples. Clear? So let's move to the next page. On that next page we will solve few examples and we will cross check this law, or we will solve some examples based on this table. Okay, now see the first question is like that. First of all, see, we will apply the logic for numbers both are positive one. Positive means formula plus and plus. If you added both the terms plus and plus, so always that answer is also plus. Means if you added two positive numbers, if you added two positive numbers, then your answer is also positive number. Take example, 2 plus 5 is equal to, so this is a positive. Okay, this is also positive number, this is also positive, so definitely your answer is positive, but we have to add this two numbers. So you will get answer 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. Next, similarly, just take example 3 plus 20. 3 plus 20. So both are positive. So simply add these two numbers. So see, here is positive, here is positive, so answer is positive. So 20 plus 3, 23. Now 30 plus 13. This is a simple question. In that case, also both the numbers are positive. So 30 plus 13, 30, 40, and 43. So your answer is 43. So likewise, we have to apply this formula. Which one? We have to apply this formula. Plus plus, your answer is plus. And we have to solve this question. Let's move to the second one. So what is our second step? If both the numbers are positive. Okay, sorry, right now we talk about both the numbers are positive, and if you added these two numbers, so your answer is also positive. Similarly, we have to solve the sums with the second form method. Second formula क्या है? Suppose if first number is negative and second number is also negative. So as per the previous one, your answer is also that same sign. मतलब क्या आ जाएगा? माइनस माइनस कॉमन है तो यहाँ पे आपका माइनस साइन आ जाएगा. Let's take example. Similarly, minus 2. Just keep in mind always negative terms you have to write it in a bracket. Plus of minus 3. Clear है? So minus 2 and minus 3. If you added these two terms, so as per the previous one, minus minus it should or it remains as it is. Then we have to add these two numbers. So 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Clear hai? So if negative which is added with a negative, so your answer is also negative. So here minus 2 plus of minus 3, your answer is minus 5. Okay, so negative plus negative, your answer is also negative. Clear hai? So likewise we have to solve this, and this is the best example for this one. Similarly, take another one example which is just minus 20 plus of minus 3. Now look into that. So this is also negative term. This is also negative term, and we are adding these two terms. So as per the previous case, take a you know the sign of answer is also negative, and simply we have to add these two numbers. So 20 plus 3, answer is 23, minus 23 is your answer. Even if you want to try, just try the similar type of examples. So minus 100 plus of minus 200. So once again, minus take a common, 200 plus 100 is 300. So likewise, your answer is minus 300. Okay, now let's move to the next point. So what is our next condition? Both the signs are different. Both the signs are different. Means take example, if one is positive number and second is negative number. So what is our answer? It depends upon bigger term. So we have to put a sign of bigger number. Okay? So we have to put a sign of bigger number. So let's take an example. So the first example is like that. Suppose 20 plus of minus 30. Clear? Eh? So this is the one example. 20 plus of minus 30. So first number is positive, second number is negative. So we have to decide uh, the sign of that particular answer. Uh, so similarly, what is our target? So 20 plus of minus 30. So यहाँ पे जो sign inversion, we have to invert the sign. Hence, so 20 plus, if you enter in the plus which is entered into the bracket, so it should be like a minus 30. Clear है? Or simply take a subtraction and put a symbol of a bigger number. So therefore 20 minus 30, it is around minus 10. So your answer is minus 10. Take another one example. So 25 or 250 plus of minus 100. In this case, this is a positive number, this is negative number. If signs are different, then we have to subtract these given numbers and we have to put a sign of bigger number or bigger term. So let's take example 250 minus 100. So we have to subtract this. This answer is 150. And as per the previous case, we have to put a sign of a bigger term. So 250 is bigger than 100. So your answer is plus 150. So take another one example. Suppose your answer is 300 minus, your answer is 300 minus 450. Okay, sorry, we have to make a changes like this. 200, 300 plus of minus 450. So here, this is positive term, this is negative term. So one is positive and another one is a negative. So as per the previous formula, what we have to do, simply take a subtraction. Okay, simply take a subtraction means 450 minus 300. Okay, 450 minus 300, it's around 150. So your answer is 150. And another thing is that, so we have to put a sign of a minus one. Oh, sorry, so sign of a bigger term. So here 450. Okay, minus 450. So 450 is the biggest one. So we have to put a sign of 450. So your answer is minus 150. So your answer is 150 and sign is minus. So likewise we have to solve the examples if first digit is positive and second digit is negative. Clear? Eh? Okay. Now we have to talk about the next condition. So now we are going to talk about the next condition means suppose first number is negative and second number is positive. So for this case also we have to use the same condition or we have to you know solve it by a same method. So first of all take a subtraction and use sign of bigger term. Clear? Eh? Chalo. So now let's try to solve few examples. Suppose first negative term. So 200, write on minus 200 plus of 100. Minus 200 plus of 100 means here this is negative term, this is positive term. So what you have to do, take a subtraction of these two numbers. So subtraction of these two numbers means we have to subtract this like this 200 minus 100. So this is answer is 100. But if you observe this question, so bigger term is 200. So we have to put a sign of a bigger term means your answer is minus 100. Okay. Similarly, just take another one example. Minus of 350 plus 10 minus 350 plus 10. So what is our main task? So we have to add these two numbers, but the condition is that one is negative, another one is positive. So as per the previous case, simply subtract this number. Subtract this number means take a subtraction 350 minus 10. So it's 340. Now go back to the question. So 350 and 10. So obviously 350 is a bigger term, and 350 which has a minus sign, or this is a negative or minus 350. So we have to put a minus sign in a answer. So your answer is minus 340. So write down here minus 340. So to avoid a confusion, do one thing, keep bracket wherever the negative terms are there, put a bracket to avoid a confusion. Chalo. Done with this. Now we will try some examples whose answer is a positive. Okay. So take one example, 200 plus of, sorry, minus 200. Just write down. First term is negative, so minus 200 plus of 600. So we have to solve this equation, solve this question. So as per the previous formula, what I say, subtract this 600 minus 200. So 400 plus 200 is 600. So your answer is 400. Clear? So write down 400. Now, as per the previous case, observe these two numbers 600 and 200. So 600 is a bigger number and it has a positive sign. So in your answer, this is also plus 400. Clear? So likewise, we have to solve the questions. Similarly, take another one example. So take a similar type of question, minus 300 plus of 900. Minus 300 plus of 900 as per the our uh, rule, subtract this number. So first subtract this 900 minus 300. If you subtracted this, so obviously 600 is your answer. So write down answer 600. Now we have to put a sign. So observe this first number and second number. First number is 9, sorry, second number is 900, and which is a bigger term or bigger number, and it has a positive sign here. This is a plus 900. So your answer is also plus 9, sorry, 600. Clear? So likewise, we have to solve, we have to add the integers. Now let's move to the next question, which is subtraction. So the condition is like that we have to subtract the integers. So take a first condition is if both the numbers are positive, then so we have to keep in mind. So during the subtraction, what are the changes that we have to keep in mind? So because of this minus sign, okay, so sign inversion which is takes place. So that we have to keep in mind, and this is very, very important. So initially let's look into that. So plus minus of plus. Clear? See, both the numbers are positive, and here we are taking subtraction of this two number. But what happened? This because of minus. Actually, this minus is a multiply with this number, and what happened? It changes because of this minus sign, the sign inversion which is takes place, and the second sign which is converted as a minus. So this minus which enters into that bracket, so it becomes a minus one, and outside the bracket, you know, minus is already migrated there, so we have to put a plus. So as a result of this, we get a first number is positive plus second number is negative. Clear? So likewise, sign change which is takes place. Similarly, second case, first number is positive, second number is negative. So in this case also this minus will enter into that, or which is multiply with this second number. So here the sign inversion which is takes place means this minus which is entered into the bracket, so it converts as a plus, and already this minus we have to write it like as a plus. Clear है? So साइन इन्वर्जन विच इज टेक्स्ट प्लेस में जहाँ पे माइनस है वहाँ पे प्लस होगा, और यहाँ पे माइनस है वहीं पे भी प्लस होगा, एंड सिंपली वी हैव टू add this plus and plus. So first number is positive, second number is also positive, so we have to add it, and आपका answer, so your answer is also positive in this case. So one is positive number, another one is negative number. Apply the same logic, and so subtract the term and use use sign of bigger number. Clear है? So likewise we have to solve this. Next, move to the third case. If first number is negative, second number is positive, and we are subtracting these two numbers. What we are doing, we are subtracting these two numbers. So the sign change which is takes place. Okay. So what will happen? This minus is a multiply with this plus, so therefore it becomes minus, and so we have to write a plus. Instead of that minus, the sign change will be sign change takes place, and here it becomes plus and here it becomes minus. So we know that simply minus 1 multiplied by minus 1, we know that minus into minus it becomes plus. So similarly, minus into plus it becomes minus, and as a result of it we are writing minus here. And the last condition, one is a negative term and second also negative, and we are subtracting these two terms. So minus negative term is subtracted with a negative term. So obviously because of this minus, this sign will invert, and it we have to write it as a plus. So here because of minus it becomes plus, so here is also we wrote instead of minus we write here plus. So likewise we have to solve this. Let's work on it. So we will solve some example on this property. So let's take example 2 minus, first question is 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4. So the situation is like that, 2 plus of minus 6. Oh, sorry, subtraction. So 2 minus of plus 4. So as a result of it क्या हो जाएगा? So this minus will enter into the bracket. So instead of that plus 4, we have to write it, consider as a 2 minus 4. So 2 minus 4, your answer is minus 2. Clear है? Next condition, if minus 3 is there, we are subtracting with a minus number. So initially we talk about first is positive, second is also positive. Now we are talking about first is also negative and second is also a negative, and we have to subtract this. So as per the sign inversion rule, what will happen? This minus will enter into the bracket, so minus into minus it becomes plus. So your answer is minus 3 minus into minus plus this 3 as it is. So plus 3 minus 3. So signs are different. So here is a plus sign, and here is, sorry, this is a positive number, this is a negative number. If the signs are different, then we know that we have to subtract these numbers, and we have to put a sign of bigger one. But In this case, the situation is like that 3 minus 3 is 0. So your answer is 0. Clear? Hai? Next, third condition is like that if first number is negative, take example minus 8, and second number is positive. Clear? Hai? So first is negative, second is positive. So initially positive, positive, negative, negative. Now the second condition is first number is negative and second number is positive. Again, see, one is positive, or we call it as a here we get a different signs. So we observe there are a different signs are there. So if a different signs are there, then we have to subtract the equation. So let's subtract this equation, means 10 minus 8. So 10 minus 8 is equal to 2, and we have to put use a sign of a bigger one. So 10, which is a bigger term, so write the answer is plus 2. Okay, so your answer is plus 2. And last condition, the situation is like that first number is positive, so write on my plus 20, and second number is negative, just like a minus 30. So in this case the situation is like that first number is positive, second number is negative, and we are subtracting these two numbers. So what will happen here? So similarly, first of all, we have to think about these two signs. So minus, this minus will enter into the bracket. So minus into minus, it becomes plus. So we have to write it like that, 20 plus 30. So simply add these two numbers, 20 plus 30, 50. Obviously, both the terms are positive, so your answer is positive. So likewise, we have to think about a plus, plus, minus, 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 plus, and plus minus. Okay, or we have to solve the questions or simplify the questions like this. Okay, so these are the two steps or two methods that we use to solve the integers, and that we called as a integer operations. First one is addition and second one is a subtraction. Okay, so we will stop here, and once again thanks for watching.